your host, Arwa, and welcome back to the second episode of this podcast series. I hope you're all doing well, and if you haven't listened to the first episode yet, you can head over to my channel on this platform and check it out. In episode 1, I introduced myself and shared a bit about my life. And in today's episode, we're going to be exploring horse breeds, pony breeds, and the differences between them. I'll also include some information about horse gaits just to give you a basic idea of how horses move. Let's start by understanding the differences between a horse and a pony. Now, a pony is not a baby horse. A pony is a fully grown, just a smaller in size compared to a horse. A horse stays a horse and a pony stays a pony. They do not grow into each other. They are different horse breeds and there are different pony breeds. Now, the main difference between a horse and a pony is their height. A pony measures about 14.2 hands or under, which is about 148 centimeters. Anything taller than is classified as a horse. Many ponies are commonly around 128 centimeters depending on the breed. A good example of a pony breed is a Connemara pony. Connemara's are strong, athletic ponies that are popular for jumping and riding. Ponies usually have shorter legs, thicker necks, wider bodies, fluffier manes and tails. Horses, on the other hand, tend to look taller, leaner, longer legged, less stocky. Even though ponies are smaller, they are often very strong for their size. Personality-wise, ponies are sometimes described as smart and a little stubborn, while horses are often seen as more obedient, but this really depends on training and the individual animal. Now as we discussed the difference between a pony and a horse, now let's go on to more about the horse common breeds. Now, there is one breed that is a very common all around the world. It's used for racing, jumping and general riding. Can you think what it is? It's a thoroughbred. If you get it right, well done. And if you're not, better luck next time. Thoroughbreds are extremely popular, but they can also be quite expensive. The more experienced and successful the horse is, the higher the price usually goes. Some other common breeds horses include quarter horses, Arabian, warm bloods. Quarter horses are known for speed over short distances. Arabians are famous for the endurance and intelligence, and warm bloods are commonly used in jumping and dressage. Now let's talk about the stages of a horse's life, especially for sport horses. They start off as a foal, which is a newborn horse. Foals learn balance and coordination, and early signs of athleticism may appear. They're handled with gentle care to build trust. Next step is about when they're around 1 year old and the horse is still growing with no jumping yet. Training focuses on ground manners like leading and grooming. Young horse is about 2 to 3 years old. Basic training begins. This includes flat work and very small poles. Next step is when they're about 3 to 5 years old. The horse starts jumping small fences and learning takeoff, landing, confidence, and simple courses. When they're about 5 to 10 years old, they compete regularly and may have results in show jumping, eventing, or hunter classes. These horses are often very valuable because of their experience and consistency. Next is the breeding stallion or broodmare, selected based on jumping ability, technique, scope, and pedigree. Warm bloods and thoroughbreds crosses are common. So the next stage is breeding basically, so breeding stallions or mares. This is also selected on jumping skills, techniques, pedigree, and their talents. Warm bloods and thoroughbreds crosses are common. And the last stage is retirement, which older horses may step down to a lower level jumping or become school horses, or might enjoy flat riding or maybe become companion roles. Let me just clear some things up basically. So let's say a thoroughbred was born. and the owner of that thoroughbred, that newborn, wants that horse to become a racing horse. So it's not going to start training for jumping, it's going to start training for racing. So the beginning of that horse's life will be different to a jumping horse. So it'll be completely different. Okay, so let's now put the test to a jumping horse. Now a jumping horse, if the horse is born, they'll start training for jumping, they'll start training for jumping. That's the exact same thing with racing horses. It's just a different career. If we had another breed, for example, let's say a Connemara pony or any other ponies or any other breeds, or some Spanish horses that want to do dressage. Normally, some Spanish horses, they are really into dressage. They want to do dressage, so their owners want to put them into dressage. So they always start training for dressage. They won't start training for jumping. They won't start training for racing. They'll start training for dressage. So that's the little difference between the horse's life. So horses might change. The example I just gave you now is for a sport horse, which is like a jumping horse. A jumping horse. That's the example I just gave you now, and I think that might clear it up a little bit more. Next, I would like to discuss the ponies and a little bit about breeding. So ponies follow a very similar life path. They follow a very similar life path. Every horse and pony follow very similar. Horses and ponies, they can pass down their traits, their markings, their talents to their offspring. That's why breeding experts carefully choose their parents to produce foals with strong ability, good temperament, and a high value. And let's just cover a little bit about the horse's gaits as well. So there are 4 horse gaits. So there's walk, there's trot, there's canter, and there's gallop. The walk is a slow 4-beat gait, the trot is a 2-beat gait, the canter is a 3-beat gait, and the gallop is a fastest gait. Now, if you're a little bit confused about the gaits, I will, in the next episode, explain what gaits mean. Now, compared to a human, a walk is just a walk, a trot is like a jog, a canter is like running, and a gallop is a really fast sprint. So, those are the 4 gaits. Next episode, I will go more into deep with walk, trot, canter, and gallop, and I think in more further episodes as well, I'll go more into the gaits as well. So for now, I really hope you really enjoyed this episode, and I can't wait to see you in the next episode. If you want more updates, you can follow me on Instagram at lifewithhorses.arwa, and for now, I'll see you in the next episode.